He's suave, sophisticated, and always gets the girl. With his impeccable style and unflappable demeanour, he has become a symbol of elegance and charm. James Bond, the iconic British secret agent, is the epitome of cool. From his sharp suits to his high-tech gadgets, everything about him exudes confidence and sophistication. For decades, audiences have been captivated by 007's thrilling missions, exotic locales, and of course, his way with the ladies. Each film takes us on a journey filled with suspense, action and romance, making Bond a timeless character. But what if I told you that the James Bond we know and love almost never was? The casting process was filled with uncertainty and unexpected twists. It's true. The role that catapulted Sean Connery to international stardom could have gone to someone else entirely. Several actors were considered before Connery was chosen. Imagine a different face, a different voice uttering those immortal words, Bond, James Bond. How different the franchise might have been. Hold on to your martinis, folks, because the casting history of James Bond is full of surprises. The journey to find the perfect Bond was anything but straightforward. Let's dive into the intriguing tale of how Sean Connery wasn't the first choice to play the world's most famous spy. Discover the fascinating behind-the-scenes decisions that led to Connery's iconic portrayal and how it shaped the future of the James Bond legacy. Picture this. It's the early 1960s and producers are on the hunt for the perfect actor to portray Ian Fleming's literary creation, James Bond. Sean Connery, a relatively unknown Scottish actor at the time, wasn't even on their radar. So, who was the front-runner for this career-defining role? Get ready for a twist worthy of a Bond film itself. The producers initially set their sights on none other than the Hollywood legend, Cary Grant himself. Cary Grant, the epitome of charm and sophistication, seemed like the perfect fit for James Bond. His suave demeanour and effortless elegance made him a natural choice. He was already an established star with a string of successful films to his name, including classics like North by Northwest and To Catch a Thief. Producers believed Grant possessed the charisma, wit and undeniable screen presence to bring Bond to life. His ability to blend action with a touch of humour was unparalleled. He was the ideal candidate. Experienced, debonair, and a guaranteed box office draw. Audiences adored him, and his name alone could sell tickets. But there was a catch. Despite the allure of the role, there were significant reservations. Grant, hesitant to commit to a multi-film franchise, ultimately declined the role. The idea of being tied down to a long-term contract didn't appeal to him. He was in his late 50s at the time and preferred to focus on projects with shorter commitments. Grant valued his creative freedom and chose to pursue roles that allowed him more flexibility. With Cary Grant out of the picture, the search for the new James Bond intensified. The producers were under immense pressure to find the perfect actor who could bring the iconic character to life. Producers went back to the drawing board, auditioning a slew of actors. They meticulously reviewed headshots and resumes, hoping to find someone who could capture the essence of Bond. Enter Sean Connery, a ruggedly handsome Scotsman with a magnetic presence. His striking looks and undeniable screen presence made him a standout candidate. Initially, Connery's casting raised eyebrows. Many were skeptical about whether he could truly embody the suave and sophisticated spy. He was considered an unconventional choice, lacking the refined demeanour typically associated with the character. His rugged background and casual demeanour seemed at odds with the polished image of Bond. However, Connery possessed an undeniable charisma and raw masculinity that captivated the producers. His intense expressions and commanding presence on screen were hard to ignore. He exuded a potent blend of danger and charm, perfectly embodying the duality of James Bond's persona. His ability to switch from a charming gentleman to a ruthless agent was exactly what the role demanded, and the rest, as they say, is history. Connery's portrayal of James Bond became iconic, setting the standard for all future actors who would take on the role.